Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning. Hope y'all are well today. Let me turn this music down a little bit. What's up, team? What's up, Will, Brandon, Chaz, Gian, Tom? What's up, Big? My Ken? What's up, team? Alright, we got EVK. Look at EVK, man. This thing is popping off this morning. Alright, give me 1 second, team. Hey. Alright. Alright, but look at EVK, man. This thing is making some moves this morning, man. This thing is making some pops this morning. I'm looking at the SPY itself too. We're looking at the SPY here. Sideways, very sideways, choppy action. Excuse me. But yeah, we'll see what the market does for us today, team. What's up, Tom? Opinion on pot stocks? I'll give you guys my honest opinion, okay? I'll give you my honest opinion on pot stocks, okay? And this is my genuine honest opinion on them. And this is coming from someone that genuinely hopes they legalize it as soon as possible. You know, I'm not saying I want to smoke cannabis. What I am saying, though, is that it's time to legalize, and that the prohibition of cannabis at this point in time is bad for society. It is bad for the world, and the reason it is because, number one, it negatively affects minority communities, and if the left genuinely cares about that, then they should legalize it for obvious reasons. Number two is that there needs to be an even standard of drugs that are legal. They can't say an objectively more harmful thing at gas stations and then cry about pot. Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? There needs to be an even standard. But going into whether I think that cannabis stocks will actually succeed short term, you know, it's a little bit more nuanced than that, to be honest. It's a little bit more nuanced than that. And the reason for that is because, sure, the left says that they want to legalize it, and they say they're going to legalize it, but to be honest, I just don't believe them, and I hope I'm wrong. The reason I don't believe them is because Joe Biden historically has been very hard on cannabis, and so has Kamala Harris. And so both of them being really hard on cannabis historically, I think they were just saying that to get elected, and I know Joe Biden certainly gets a lot of PAC money from big pharmaceutical companies, and I know they definitely don't want it legalized. And so when you consider all of that, do I think Biden and Harris are going to legalize it? No. I think what they might do is they might do what the UN did, which was change the scheduling. It would be great if they descheduled cannabis and we worked on making it actually legal. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they might lower the schedule to make it a little bit more accessible to something that is not on the same spot as like hardcore drugs. I think they might lower that schedule, and I think that's the most plausible outcome for this. And I still think that's the wrong move. I think they need to I think it has obvious medical benefits, and I think that it's inevitable that it will be legalized eventually. But do I think it's going to happen short term? No, I don't. And I think that it's misplaced optimism, and the people that are investing and bullish on cannabis stocks right now, I just think it's misplaced optimism. And I hope I'm wrong. I genuinely hope I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. And I think that looking at the stances historically, I think that's the most likely situation here. But yeah. We got EVK here. We're watching EVK. This thing is making some rips this morning in pre-market, gapping up from 210s all the way to 6s, highs of 654 in pre-market. We can go ahead and look at the catalyst for it. I know. I mean, Big Baller, I've said it before. The only reason weed is a gateway drug is because you have to go to an illegal drug dealer to buy it. And eventually that illegal drug dealer is going to offer you some other stuff. And like I said, I know this from experience because I was a young, dumb teenager at one point in time. And it's not about, like, listen, the only argument is, do you think cannabis is worse than alcohol? And if your answer is no, it should be legal. There needs to be an even standard. That's the only argument. You know, if you say, oh, well, yeah, I think alcohol is worse, but you're making excuses for it. The reality is, if it's healthier than alcohol and safer for consumption, it should be legalized, and that's objectively true. Those are objective facts. Now, you know, yeah, I guess there's some subjectivity in there. So people are going to have their own opinion, but that's my stance, I guess. But yeah, we got EVK, rip it up. Yeah, but dude, there has never been anybody that has died from just straight cannabis consumption. You know, they might have had pre-existing health conditions, but there's nobody that died from just cannabis consumption. And that's why the argument is so ridiculous, because literally hundreds of thousands of people die every year from alcohol, yet they sell it at gas stations. That's the only argument. You could say it's bad for you, sure. So is coffee. So is alcohol. So is sugar. So is candy. Right? Doesn't mean we should criminalize it and throw people in jail for it. It doesn't mean there should be a prohibition for it, because anything that people want to do, they will do, regardless of whether it's legal or illegal. The only thing you get by making it illegal is making people go through the black market, which is far more dangerous. You know, and I think you got to look at that objectively, you know, with truthful eyes here. And I think a lot of people don't. I think a lot of people get bought into the propaganda that the right spews, and they just kind of agree with the right universally. And I think that's the wrong move. I think it's obvious. I think it's self-evident, to be honest. And I think that the people that are pretending it's not are just lying to themselves. But hey, like I said, I love you all. Regardless if y'all have a different stance than me, that's okay. Look at LIZI ripping up here, making big moves. Yeah, you know, you guys know. Because like I said, I'm saying this from the unique perspective of somebody that like used to smoke, and I don't smoke anymore, and it's been years, and like I don't do that anymore, but like I understand the economy of it, and I understand the pitfalls of it with a unique perspective, and I'm telling you guys the reality of it. Like, that's the truth behind it, you know. And like I said, I've been fair and critical to both sides of the political spectrum. It's just the issues with the prohibition of cannabis are obvious. They're self-evident, and people that run in circles about if it's bad for you or, you know, whatever, right? They ignore the fact that there needs to be an even standard of things that are legal in this country. It can't be alcohol and liquor at gas stations and then cannabis is bad. It's just not a logic-based system, and there needs to be one. Man, Benzinga down again today. A little bit frustrating. We'll see if it comes back, but hey, I appreciate the sub. Thank you, brother. Yeah, we got LIZI. We got EVK here ripping up. I'm going to use this other scanner. Let's go ahead and look at the catalyst. Like I said, Big Baller, I love you, brother. I'm not mad at you, man. You know, we can disagree. That's okay. You know, that's the problem with the country, is that we got to be able to disagree sometimes. Nobody's going to agree 100% universally with somebody else. And so, you know, it's not really a reasonable expectation. And so it's okay if we disagree. No worries. It's all love, man. But yeah. All right, we got EVK gapping up. I guess this is sector sympathy moves. I don't know why else EVK is gapping up. It's probably just sector sympathy, because I don't see anything causing this one to pump. Anybody know why EVK is moving? Let me know. They released quarterly results last month. I'm not saying this is Everglory International Group. Yeah, if you guys know why this one's popping off here, let me know. I don't see why, but hey, we got some interesting levels. We can look at like 450 has been confirmed 3 or 4 times. We also have $5. We can get a little bit, we can delve a little bit deeper here and see if we have some more recent levels at like 550, maybe 650 up here. We'll watch those 4 or 5 levels. We also have VIVE ripping up here. What was the other one I just looked at? MOXC is starting to push up. Let me see if I get these scanners working again, man. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. Hey, I'm feeling much better, Sam. Yeah, noticeably better. Just much, much better. Just like noticeably better here. Oh, come on, man. It works? Man, that's crazy. Wow. You know what's crazy is that this shows the only time it doesn't work. Wow. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to get my other gap scanner up here, see if I can get this working. Alright, well, we'll come back. We're gonna look at some gap scanners. Bear with me, guys. Alright, we got NBRV. We got LIZI gapping up. Let's see if LIZI has some catalysts and news. The good thing is that I've already drawn the support and resistance for it. You can see it there. LIZHI enters in car audio collaboration with Xpeng Motors, ADS's surge pre-bell. And so yeah, LIZI said Thursday that it has entered into a collaboration with its in-car audio content product integrated into Chinese smart electric vehicles company Xpeng Motors. Yeah, so partnership with LIZI. We'll watch this one as well. It's a little bit of an EV play. It's in the EV market with in-car stereo. So we'll see what happens with it. We're watching it. We also got VIVE gapping up to like 608. VIVE gapping up to 608 right now. I'm just going to put this up for now. Hey, thank you, Will. My bad, brother. I missed out on your super chat, bro. I got you. KNDI, I'm on it, man. Thank you for the donation, bro. Yeah, I mean, KNDI had a big rip yesterday, and I'll say what I think this one is. I think KNDI is ripping up because it was down so much the last few days. I mean, look at this drop. Like, look at KNDI over the last 3 days. It might not be what you wanted to hear, but like, I think it's just it's a sympathy drop, or a sympathy rebound from all this drop. Like, look at this thing. This thing dropped like 50% in these 3 days, and so now we are back up to like 850s, but this thing's down 50% over the last like week. And so, you know, I think it's just it's moving up slightly on low volume based off of that extension. And I think yesterday it had a solid rebound day as well, even though with its entire push back yesterday, it only kind of broke even. Like, you can see this light blue line, that's right around the previous closing price. The previous close is actually like right here at 860. And so you can see this whole move yesterday, it never even broke even from the drop before that. And so we are gapping up. The previous close is right under us at 838, and I love that level. I think this previous closing price is a great risk level. Maybe not exactly this, because sometimes it'll test it. I think like maybe 830 right here is a great risk level if you're going to take a longer term day trade or swing trade. I'm not an investment professional, though. This is just my own, theory on this one. But I like the previous closing price being right underneath it. And let's watch it. I'm down to watch it for a potential breakout. I think a breakout on the upside looks good. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, this is a Chinese company. And the reason this one dropped is because they had some numbers, or they had some releases come out that said that they were like falsifying some stuff. And I don't think that should kill the company, though. And so we're bouncing back. We'll watch it. It's certainly a watch today for sure. Yeah, no worries. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Oh, what? Hey, the weed thing went to the House floor. Okay, that is good news. And I think the House better pass it with all their talk about helping out minority communities and helping out, helping out people and being, tolerant and free and all that stuff. They better approve this. They better pass it. To their credit, though, I think that the left will. I think the left-leaning House will pass the bill. But I think it has no chance of passing the Senate. The Republican-led Senate. So we'll see. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. And so we can look at like APHA. I think the most plausible excuse if they don't pass it is, well, we're in COVID and we don't want to worry about weed right now, and so we decided to not pass it today. I think that's the most. If they do reject it, I think that's the most likely one. Watch the politicians that do reject it, though. The ones that reject it are almost certainly, the ones on the left that do reject it are almost certainly going to be kind of shilling for pharmaceutical companies. And so, understand that. We got E and LV gapping up to $12 here, too. Yeah, no, I see EVK. I don't see any catalyst for EVK. If anybody knows why this one's popping off, let me know. This thing's got a huge amount of volume here. Airbnb goes public next week. LCA is a SPAC. Okay. Yeah, LCA is making some moves here. Does anybody know why EH is moving, or EVK? Yeah, that's plausible, Robert. Plausible, bro. But don't say that here. You know how it gets, man. Listen, I like Ross, but if you say anything hypercritical, the people that have spent thousands of dollars on his courses are just going to end up just spewing hate at you just based off of pure buyer's bias. You know, they're just going to, how dare you talk about something I've spent thousands of dollars on? So be careful, bro. You know how it gets, man. You know? And I like Ross, and I think his content is good, especially better than most of the other day trading content that's out in the ether. But the loyals are so unnecessarily, like, ridiculous. Or the followers are so unnecessarily, like, ridiculous when it comes to, like, anything slightly critical that it just makes it, like, hilarious, to be honest. We got EVK gapping up here, too. Yeah, I'm trying to find the catalyst for this. Let me ask Nancy. Alright, we got EVK. Hey, look at that 650 level. We followed that beautifully. We'll see what happens here for EVK. This thing's still ripping up here. I'm still waiting to find the news for this. So we're throwing some more scanners up for you guys here. Alright, but yeah, EVK making some pops. Hey, this is definitely the top watch. I wonder what the float is. No news, no filings either for EVK here. Small float of 3.9 million for EVK here. So very small float, no news, no filings. This is certainly a pump and dump. We'll see what happens with it. Okay, so I do have an article here that the Mask 94, my man, posted in our Discord. They said, and it's quoting for EVK, and it says, quote, it's quoting and it says, quote, ultimately the gains that we are seeing out of Everglory International, which is EVK, have no fundamental rhyme or reason. Instead, this is a move from the technical traders on Wall Street. Man, if that ain't the most BS news release ever, that is not true at all. That is obviously false. Obviously false. Basically, somebody's pumping this thing up. Like, maybe that's what they're saying. But if you think it's a technical... moves like this... Just to explain a little bit, guys. Moves like this don't just happen on pure technicals. Now, maybe some big-time traders pumping this bad boy up. That's plausible. But it's not because of technicals. I mean, maybe he is. My point is that it's not like everybody just decided to do this. It's most likely one investor pumping this thing up. One or two investors pumping this thing up, causing these huge rips. And my guess, to be honest, is most likely some insider within the company. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? But EVK is absolutely hammering up here. We also have like Cannabis, CATB, still gapping up today after big moves yesterday. Huge rips. You gotta love this pre-market high rip here, man. CATB went crazy yesterday. What was the other one that went crazy yesterday? WDR. WDR is gapping up. NAOV was the crazy one yesterday, right? And these are the ones that you just can't trade. I mean, like, you could trade these, but these are the sketchiest moves you've ever seen, man, for NAOV. This is my least favorite stock over the last few, weeks. And the reason that I hate it, it's just kind of the sketchiness of it. Like, this thing got halted numerous times. There's no pattern. There's no rhyme or reason for this one. And then obviously we got like LIZI making some squeezes and some rips. I don't know, man. NAOV was a little sketchy. Nothing looking too hot today, John. I mean, I don't know, man. I think LIZI looks good. I think EVK looks good. AVHR gapping up a little bit. We got Tesla showing up on the scans here. Tesla making big boy moves, gapping up to 590s. Did my kids leave? OVID. But yeah, LIZI, obviously, and EVK are my two mains. These two are ripping up here, looking very, very strong. Would you still trade something like EVK despite no news? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm scalping. I'm scalping penny stocks and futures. And so, like, the catalyst is... I'm not going to say it's the least important thing, but it's certainly not the most important thing. For me, all that really matters is momentum and volume. If we have momentum and volume, obviously, if it's a real catalyst, it has a larger chance of actually holding its gains. But at the same time, like, I'm usually just looking for momentum and volume. And so the catalyst is not completely insignificant, but I would say somewhat in a certain way. It just depends. Like, I'm scalping. I might hold a stock for like 20, 30 seconds, and then I'm out. And so with that said, I mean, point is, it's not the end all be all. We also have KBSF here gapping up here. KBSF, you can see it's gapping up from 270s to 370s. KBSF doesn't have any catalyst for this one I see today either. Yeah, I'm looking for some news for KBSF. I don't see anything. My guess is only like EV sympathy, but like I said, that's simply just a guess. NNDM. Yeah, NNDM's gapping up some. This is solid. I don't hate this one. What's the float for NNDM? Up. Come on. Ah. Alright, but yeah, we're watching KBSF. LIZI looking strong. We also have SNDL, which is another cannabis stock, and I think understanding that this big catalyst is coming out for cannabis and watching the cannabis sector is important here. Should we trade some in futures? I could trade a little bit, maybe like a few E-mini, micro E-mini. Let me look at the SPY here. We'll see if we're going to trade any futures this morning in pre-market. Alright, so we are dropping down. I'm actually going to short. Alright, so I am shorting 2 contracts of the micro E-mini right now. Maybe 3 if I want to add to it. One level that we're really watching is this previous closing price at 366.80. If we break above like 85.90, we have to just bail out of this thing. It's a small trade right now in pre-market. We are down like $7.50, $10 now, so it's still small. But we do have to watch this level really hard here. See if we can hold underneath like these, like I said, 366.90 or so. And if we can, we'll try to do a quick scalp. But like this is our risk right now in our futures trade. This 366.90 in the SPY. While we hold these 2 contracts on the micro E-mini. We also got like OVID here. Vive doesn't look bad. Let me see if I can find the catalyst for this one. I mean, it doesn't have the most volume, obviously, and we want some volume with it. But, like, it's not terrible, I guess. FCEL, last time I saw this thing started to dump. Alright, so we are still down slightly on our futures trade. We're down 10 bucks. We're watching the SPY here, but VIVE, we'll see if we can find some catalysts. VIVE, they announced FDA 501, or Vive announced FDA 510K approval to expand manufacturing of treatment tips. This dropped this morning, a few minutes ago, like 30 minutes ago this dropped, and so VIVE gapping up this morning on that news. Again, the news was they announced the FDA 510K approval to expand manufacturing treatment tips. They are a medical technology company focused on women's intimate health, and they announced that 510 clearance by the US FDA, expanding manufacturing capacity for its consumable treatment tips used with the company's cryogen-cooled monopolar radio frequency. Nailed it. And so yeah, 510 approval from the FDA for VIVE, a real catalyst. We'll see what happens with this. It's worth watching certainly here. Yes, yeah, you can trade micros, Maze. I'm in one right now. See, I'm in this right now. We'll see what happens with it. Small trade. I'm down $10. Like I said, I'm watching the SPY mostly to determine this. Like, I'm looking at the SPY, and my risk level is easy. My risk level is just 90 on the SPY. So, like, we hit this right here, and I'm just going to jump out, and I'll hold this into the opening bell to see if we get anything decent. It'll be a small win or loss regardless. I haven't had a losing day this week yet in futures, and so even if I lose on this trade, I'm sure we'll still be fine. We also have Bitcoin-related stocks like MARA. We've got Riot here. And then looking at, like, Bitcoin specifically, Bitcoin is pushing up. And we're going to watch it around 20,000 like we've been doing. If we can break 20K, you know, I'm going to sympathy trade this one like I've done the last few days and make money with it the last few days. The highs of lifetime of Bitcoin are at 20,360. And so we are certainly watching these to see if we're actually going to hit it or not. And if the Bitcoin does start breaking, if Bitcoin does start breaking 20K, we are certainly going to trade it. Still watching this. We'll see what happens with the market itself. But yeah, LIVI and LIZI and EVK. EVK is trying to break highs. It's at 640s. 650 is a really beautiful level. This thing has been confirmed twice. Also, we have the 660 level above us here for EVK. I don't hate it. I almost want to trade it in pre-market. Let me see. I could probably buy like what, like 40 shares. If we break 650, I might buy 40 shares and then try to get into the breakout of 660 and sell really quickly. We're gonna see about it though. Alright, so we didn't break that. We are still sitting. Hey, what's up, Paul? Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. What were two stocks that follow Bitcoin? RIOT and MARA. We also have SPCB. SPCB gapping up. I don't know what the float is like on this one. We'll take a look at it. SPCB. Float is 11 million, so a small float. The news for SPCB, I don't see anything. They nabbed a new government GPS contract in Alabama. They secured a new government GPS monitoring contract in the juvenile submarket of offenders tracking for its pure security suite. And so a contract with the government for SPCB. We'll watch this. It's worth watching. I don't know if I'm really that interested in it because of the overall volume with this stock, but I'm still going to watch it regardless, and we'll see if we get anything that looks good for it. We also have like ITRM. ITRM actually looks pretty good, gapping up from 65 cents all the way to 85 cents. I don't see any news today. Oh, wait. So RA Capital reported an 18.9% stake in ITRM Therapeutics is the news for this one. So there was a reported stake in ITRM by RA Capital Management. Almost 20% stake, 18.9%. So that's the news for this one. We'll watch it. I think we got a lot of confirmation, you know, right under this 92.20 level. If we break $1, and especially we break this 106 high of pre-market, we're going to watch this one certainly. And so we'll see what happens there as well. EH dropping. We also have like NSCO, although this one has barely any volume. I don't know if I like it necessarily here. We got like CAAS. But again, EVK making the big rips. We can go ahead and look at the overall market news today. We'll see if EVK can break that 650 level. Like I said, if it does, I don't have an issue with buying it. But we'll watch EVK on the other chart and see if we get some interesting movement here. We're going to get EVK ready, and then I'm going to start going over the news. And I might have to stop this if I do decide to buy EVK right here at 650. Because if it breaks 650, I might jump in with like 40 shares, try to get into a quick scalp early this morning on the potential breakout of that high there. So that's what we're waiting for here. But we're going to look at the SPY right now, and we're going to go over just the broad market news real quick. Alright, so here's the SPY today. We are slightly break even. I might have to get out of my futures trade as well here. We had continuing... We had USA continuing claims for November 20th come in at 5.52 million versus 5.91 million estimate, prior of 6.07 million. Initial jobless claims for November came in at 712,000 versus 775,000 estimate, so better than expected, prior of 778. To look into the actual market, I'm going to quote from MT Newswires. It says, quote, stock futures were mixed ahead of the opening bell as investors continue to focus on stimulus talks, with some hopeful that a round of fiscal aid could be passed before the year end, following news that both House Speaker Pelosi and Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer expressed their support for the recently proposed bipartisan $908 billion stimulus package, and President-elect Joe Biden also endorsed the bill. In economic data news, the Challenger job cut report for November showed a decline of 20% to 64,797, and this compares with the prior month's number of 80,666. Uh-oh, that's a bad number. Looking ahead, we got at 8:30 news came out. We already had that. The U.S. Service Purchasing Managers Index for PMI is going to be out at 9:45. That's 15 minutes after the bell. The expectations are for a November reading of 57.9. And so that might influence the market. That's going to be 15 minutes after the opening bell. Also, the Institute of Supply Management is going to report the November reading of its services index at 10 a.m. That's 30 minutes after the bell. Consensus estimate is for 56 versus the prior level of 56.6. To look into a few other things here, we got crude down 0.6%. The U.S. oil fund is up 0.8%. Natural gas is down some 4%, while the U.S. natural gas fund is about 3% lower. So natural gas is getting hit this morning. Gold is up 0.7%. The Spider Gold Trust is up 0.7%. Silver's up 0.8%. The iShares Silver Trust is up 0.6%. That is the market news. Choppy, slow day from what I see here. You can see this light blue line. This is the previous closing price, and you can see the SPY itself is kind of chopping over and under it. So a little bit slow, choppy morning. We'll see if we get anything that looks interesting. I'm sure if EVK is breaking highs, I'm sure we got a few people yelling at me right now. Okay, so it didn't. Okay, cool. All right, so yeah, we're still watching this. I'm still holding the futures trades as well. Solo. Yeah, EVK. Yeah, this one certainly looks like a pump. Alright, so we're gonna watch this. Like I said, I'm just scalping here, really. Coca-Cola. Hey, what's up, my man Mitch? How you doing, brother? Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Reese. I'm drinking a Coca-Cola. I had to give up coffee. Coffee is too acidic for me. I know somebody's going to say Coke is super acidic, but for some reason, Coke does not bother my stomach, and coffee does, and green tea does as well. And so I'm taking a few sips of Coca-Cola this morning to give me my caffeine fix that I need, because I'm a caffeine addict, apparently. And, you know, that's what it is. So I'm drinking Coca-Cola. A little baby Coca-Cola, you know. Little baby with Santa on it. Little baby Coca-Cola. Don't judge me. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so we're still watching EVK. Am I super optimistic about this one? No. But, like, we'll watch it anyway, you know? Alright, so this new scan that I just put up is the gainers and losers over the last 5 minutes. Alright, still watching EVK. LIZI pulled back some. Hey. This song right here is called Pancakes by Dylan Sitz. Hey, Mitch, man, holler at me if you want to come on the show, bro. You know you're always welcome, dude. Sorry, I'm looking at a few stuff. What's up, Erica, Paul, Ahmad, Leif? Hey, Tiny. Yeah, hey, everybody knows I used to be drinking those surges back in the 90s. You know me. I'd go to the Circle K, pick up a surge, drink that thing, drive my parents crazy. You guys know. If you don't know what surge is, you're too young for me, bro. Yeah, no. Yeah, I bet you. Yeah, Surge. I mean, I don't know, man. Surge. Hey, we do have SPI showing up on the scans here. It's still down on the day, but SPI showing up, dropping down here on this downward scan. Oh, this is a drop. Oh, this is gainers and losers. Okay. Big drop for SPI here. Take a look at that. We got SNDL popping up a little bit short term here. Let's watch that. SNDL making a little bit of a move here. I mean, it's still down on the day, and I think it's going to be influenced by the cannabis sector, obviously. And so we'll watch to see what's up with that. We got ONTX here. NBRV gapping up. We got Kirk. NSCO dropping some. TRXC, old school stock, pushing up a little bit. Really, I mean, let's be honest here. We're all watching EVK and LIZI. That's it. Hey, what's up, Wilton? I shall acknowledge you, sir. You are not banned. What's up, Wilton? Honestly, I haven't seen you. It might be my settings. I only have a top chat setting. But nah, I see you, Wilton. We're in here, bro. We're in here, man. Hey. Alright, so let's do this, guys. There we go. Alright, so we finally got the pre-market scan up here for, here's the pre-market scan. These are the top gappers of the day. This list right here, top gappers of the day. Alright, so we also have SXTC here. And this was not bad. I rarely have good luck trading, we got F-Tech as well. A few people mentioned NNDM here. KBSF looks solid. Can has got to be a cannabis stock, right? ITRM doesn't look bad. We got LIZI here sitting at these levels. I think I got it a little bit too packed here, though. Let me remove some of these levels. I mean, to be honest, they all look good. I'm not going to remove them. The only one I don't like is like 590. We're going to remove that. Alright, let's do this, team. Hey, let's hit that like button, guys. You know you want to. We got about 70 likes now. Everybody hit the like button. Let's break 100 likes before the opening bell. Let's do this. Hit that like button. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it. Your grandma's doing it. Your mom's doing it. Your sister's doing it. Your brother's doing it. Everybody hit the like button. You know you want to. Do it now. Everybody do it right now. That's all we gotta say. That's all we gotta say. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, Yeti. Anthony, what's up, brother? Hydrus. Shocky, what's up, bro? Hey, FCEL looks good. I mean, this thing's got Jeff Bezos in the float, but it looks good. I mean, listen, it's up to 820s. I can look up the catalyst. This thing's got a huge float, if I remember correctly. The float is huge. Hey, there we are. We're at 100. That's all we needed to do, guys. Haters can't compete with us, you know? That's right. 101. You know. We're the truth over here, you know? 105. Looks like somebody accidentally hit the dislike button and then they corrected it, so thank you. Alright, big pullback for FCEL. If you know why FCEL is moving, let me know. The float's got to be monstrous, though. Yeah, it's 213 million in the float. Huge float. Are you talking about Colt 45, Austin? It actually goes, I walk past this fish market, right? That's how this starts. This goes. A blind man walks past this fish market is how it really goes. Our youngsters here probably don't understand that. They don't know what's up with that song. You know, only the real ones do. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, everybody knows. If you don't know that song, you're missing out on life, man. You know. I could probably tell you every word of that song. That's how old I am. I'm not even old, but I could probably tell you every word of that song. That's the OG song, you know. Oh crap, I'm still holding futures, man. I completely forgot about my futures trade, guys. Did anybody? Okay, we're about break even. Whew! I'm still holding this futures trade. I completely forgot about it. I'm still holding some micro E-mini here. Oh man, could have been tragic. But we're still holding it. We're gonna see if here's the previous closing price. I do like that about Top Step. SNDL got a nice little spike just recently. EVK's at the VWAP. We'll see if it holds there. Alright, here's SNDL. Is this just on the, did the House pass the cannabis bill? They better. Hey, we're break even right now. So that means the market is dropping. Hey, we're green. Hey, we're making our money today in the micro E-mini. We're see if we get a downward push. Let me get my Benzinga scanners ready here. Alright, so this is going to be the scans in the regular market. This is going to be the scan for the regular market. Hey, let's do this, team. Bell's about to ring. All right, guys, good luck. Here comes the bell. All right, here's the bell, guys. Good luck, team. Watch it, EVK. Watch it, LIZI. Let's do it. There we go. LIZI showing up first on this list today. I'm still holding these micro E-mini contracts, so we'll have these up right now. Still holding these micro contracts. LIZI up to 440s, 450s. Oh no. There we go. Oh man, I'm down. NDRA. LIZI taking a quick drop here. Ooh, the market spiked up some. That's not good for me. Yeah, I gotta get out of this. Oh no. Alright, we got filled. I'm down on the day. I'm down $10, but that's okay. Look at EVK, guys. EVK is making these moves here. I'm still gonna plan to trade it. Look at the SPY. SPY's ripping up here. Look at SNDL. I'm assuming the rest of the cannabis stocks are moving here. SNDL making rips. Oh no, ACB's dropping. Hey, look at LIZI, guys. That one is going crazy. LIZI ripping up here. CASA squeezing up big. We got AEHR. AEHR making some moves here. This one might be the crossover play. Let me see. Not yet. The SPY is ripping up, so it was good that I got out of it when I did. Luckily got out of it there. The SPY is hammering up, guys. Alright, LIZI dropped big here. Alright, I'm in with one contract of the E-mini. I don't usually trade this early, but we're going to try to jump out of it. We're in with one contract. We're going to see if we can rip over this whole dollar here in the E-mini. Alright, so we just scalped out of that. We are up $37.50 on the regular E-mini. We're going to go back to penny stocks now. I'm looking at ITRM, CYAN. ITRM's ripping up. This actually looks kind of strong. I might buy on this pullback. Alright, we're filled with 140 shares here. I'm going to add some more to this. I tried. And with 280 shares. We're going to see if this thing can get over $1. We're going to hold. So we're holding... Hey, we're going to let this thing test $1 and hold over the VWAP if it can. The SPY is just ripping up. Wow, look at the SPY. The SPY's up to 367.20s. I should have held that thing, man. Alright, Alright, some big swings here. We're going to try to let this one test $1 for ITRM. That's what we're going to look at. Here's a new candle opening up. We are in with 350 shares here. Alright. We just took half off, a little bit more than half. We're going to ride the rest up. We're going to let the rest test $1 if it can. There's 94s. Alright, we're just going to jump out there. Alright, so we made a little $10 gain there. Small little scalp early in the morning. We're still watching, like, EVK is still making some moves. Still watching EVK here, but a little scalp on ITRM. Just scalping the momentum we got from it. EVK, we're going to see if this thing can push up and make some moves. Alright, EVK is not doing much yet. LIZI is not doing anything yet either. ITRM did break $1. I should have held. I should have stuck with my plan there, but I just didn't. Now, we might move over to futures trading to see if we get some interesting action here. If we can get some low breaks in the market, we might short into the futures market. If we can break under 366.60s, it looks good. Cannabis is down today, looking weak. TKAT moving up. GOED moving up. So look at GOED, a nice little moving average crossover there. We are in one contract of the micro E-mini, or the regular E-mini. But honestly, this thing looks like it's going to head back up here. Oof. We'll let it test the VWAP, see if it holds or not. Let it try to, you know, kind of catch some momentum here. I still like it. Yeah, I'm still going to use like 366.90 as my exit point. Pretty close. Yeah, I got to get out there. Too much. So yeah, I'm down like 70 bucks on the day in futures. We'll come back to it. Very small for me in the futures market. I just looked like it was going to be a green to red move, and then we bounced at the VWAP, unfortunately. So we'll wait. What else we got? I see like GOED here looking pretty strong, honestly. Alright, so market's still sideways and choppy. We'll see what's up. I don't hate like GOED right here on this little pullback to 750. If we could hold here, it does kind of look strong. Although the volume is just not quite there for me yet. I'm just not loving the volume yet. Look at a CATB maybe for a red to green move type of thing. LIZI tried to push up, nothing. ITRM tried to break $1, nothing. Alright, I am in ITRM here. I'm in with 300 shares. We're trying to catch the VWAP bounce. We're going to see if we can make this move. I just want to see it move up and test that whole dollar of 1 here. See if we get that. Alright, so there's a little bit of a move. We're in with 300 shares. Alright, let's see if we can get the dollar level. We want to see it break over $1 and hold specifically at the VWAP here. We'll see if it holds the VWAP in this moving average. I think that's important. Market heading back up. So the market didn't actually break lows. I'll probably have to bail out of this. It's still break even on the day, but I want to give it a chance to see if it holds. We'll use probably this low at 90 cents is our risk. Look at CATB, guys. CATB is reversing, heading back up. Look for a red to green move on CATB. Alright, so we're still okay here. I actually like this more now that it held. We might add some to this if we can. We add like 200 shares. Maybe. It just depends on the weakness here if it holds or not. We're watching candles. Yeah, look at CATB. CATB might reverse and like break these highs at 215. All right. All right, we're in with 500 shares now. 500 shares. We're going to see if we can ride this thing up to like 1 for a VWAP bounce play on ITRM. Alright, we can let it test, let it hold. Let's see another candle open up here. We'll see what that gives us. We're at 94s, watching the spread. There we go, new candle. Alright, let's see that push. There we go. Alright. Looking good. Alright, we're going to sell a little bit there. Alright, we sold 200 shares. I'm gonna get out right there. So, alright, so nice little $22 gain here. Scalping, I didn't get the complete range that I wanted, which was from 93 up to 1. But we got enough to take profits. Maybe it's a little bit too soon, but we'll take that green. If it breaks $1 and runs, though, I'm gonna be a little bit upset, I think. I'll be alright. But I'm happy with the win. But if it breaks $1, I'll have to adjust how I trade it next time. Because, like, really, this was the range that I was attacking. I said it a bunch. This is the range I wanted. And I got most of that range. I didn't get all of it, but I got most of it. What are we seeing, team? Hey, thank you, Dove. AHPI. The volume's still very light. It's less than 10,000 shares traded a minute. Very slow. EVK failed. LIZI failed. What else we got? Look at NSCO. Alright, so it looks like my move was right for ITRM, and this is why I attacked this range. It's because a lot of the time it's going to fail there. You can see the range I attacked. It was beautiful. Worked perfectly, and it might run up after that, but this is why I attacked this range here. Works super well if you don't get greedy with it. What's Bitcoin doing today? Alright, so Bitcoin's dropping. No, Bitcoin's fine. We'll see if it breaks 20K. It needs to. It's still got a long way to go, but we'll watch the Bitcoin stocks to see what's up with those. Maybe I was wrong. I don't know. ITRM, rip it up over twos, or over ones. But it's not enough to make it really worthwhile. I still like the range there instead. ITRM breaking over $1 though here, team. Let's watch it. There's 104s. PRTH moving some, but yeah, look at ITRM. That's the move. Alright, so there's ITRM. Missed out on maybe 10 cents there, but I think my trade's still fine. What else we got? Nothing really else looks good. Anything else, team? What's up, Mitch? MAXR? Hey, nice, bro. A little bit slow volume for me, but hey, you know. Solid gains today for sure. That's right. Yeah, you know, Mitch. You know how it is. Yeah, I'm watching the cannabis sector too, but look it up. I'm looking at like APHA, SNDL, and ACB. Maybe try to get some sympathy plays in that if we can. Hey, and while we got a second here though, guys, if anybody wants to use the futures platform that I'm using, you can see this is the futures platform I'm using. Unfortunately, I'm down today so far, but it's been a very profitable few weeks. If you guys have been keeping track of me trading futures, a very profitable few weeks. It's one of the cheapest funded account programs I've ever used. They are regulated in the US, and they've paid out to their funded traders almost $2 million this year. The way it works is you buy one of their packages. The cheapest one is only $120 if you go through my link. Once you do that, it's a funded account program, so they're going to give you a 30K demo account. And if you can make $2,000 in profit on that 30K account while following the rest of their rules, they fund you $30,000 as a professional proprietary futures trader with an 80% profit split. You get to keep 80% of your profits. If you make $1,000, you get to keep 800 of that, and you get to keep 100% of your first withdrawal. Again, they're regulated in the US. They're super legit, and it's pretty reasonable terms in my opinion. I think it's really good if you're a trader who might not have that much capital, but also knows how to trade and, may want to try to get funded that way. I think that's the right path for a lot of people who don't have, $30,000 sitting at home, to where they can prove they're profitable, make 2K on the base package, and then get funded. And so if you want to check that thing out, I'll post this link here. Like I said, you get 20% off if you go through my link. It's a great way to help support your boy here. And like I said, regulated in the US, super cheap. And just to show you guys this, look at this. Just this year, they have funded 3,049 accounts, $134,000 in average total monthly withdrawals in 2020. And so they are legit, guys. Go check them out. We're still going to try to get into some futures trades as well, because we trade a little bit of everything here. Right now we're watching cannabis stocks, though. See if we can get some cannabis rebounding here. I'm right there with Mitch. I like cannabis today. It just depends. Hey, Mitch, bro, I heard Benzinga was doing the weed conference thing. Did any news back on whether the House passed the bill? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and ban NOLA. And the reason I'm banning NOLA is because, like I said, throughout time, you'll get certain people that are supportive of your content, but then you get certain people that just get weird. They just get weird. And so it's if I look at you guys and you're never saying anything supportive, and all you're ever really saying is something negative and critical, or some sly comment trying to put people down or trying to make me look bad or whatever it is, you're just gonna get banned. And I like NOLA, but somewhere along the last month or so, he just started to be really negative. My guess is he's probably losing money in trading. But somewhere along the line, he just started to get really negative, and it's just unnecessary. If you're super negative, we're just gonna ban you. Love you all, but if all you ever say is negative stuff, you're just gonna get banned. And it is what it is. Like I said, love you all. Hope you all support me, and I hope you all understand that, because we just don't have time for that. We're all free here. Everything we do here is free. Obviously, we're gonna post affiliate links to compensate for the free content that we put out, because everything we do is free. We don't charge for anything. And so obviously we're going to post affiliate links, and we're going to get paid, in some way or another. And that should be pretty standard and normal. And I know exactly if he said, oh, I was just joking with you, or I was just being sarcastic, or oh man, you're being too sensitive. The reality is, like I said, I've been watching his comments, and I've kind of stopped responding to him at a certain point. But somewhere along the line, my man just turned super negative, just really bitter for whatever reason. And I'm just not about that, we ain't got time for that, team. But yeah, we're watching ACB. EVK didn't do anything. A lot of people were right when they said this thing would just dump at the open. They were right. I'm still watching the SPY to see what the SPY does here. In our scanners, we got NSCO. Ripping up here. Look at this rip. It's up to 660s, 670s. I didn't really like the gap up this morning. It didn't have the best volume. But we're watching $7. We're going to see what that one brings, team. I appreciate it, guys. Yeah. I'm not letting it, I mean, like I said, it's not that I'm letting it get in my head. I just, like, Nola's been here for a long time. Like, he's been here a long time. And so I guess I'm trying to justify that to you guys so you guys don't think I'm being overly sensitive, because I'm not. Like I said, I love you all. I genuinely, you know, respect the community that I've built here and that we've built together, really. And, you know, I love you all. I genuinely enjoy doing this every day. But like I said, I think it's really easy for, like, immature people to just blame whomever for their issues, right? Like, if they lose in trading, it's really easy to blame me, or it's really easy to get critical with me because I make money through affiliate advertising, like every other YouTuber in the world does. But I guess what I'm trying to tell you is, like, don't take it out on me. Only the mature people can sit there, take a step back, be introspective, and be like, hey, it's not John's fault I'm losing. Or it's not John's fault he's, you know, it's not John's fault I spent too much money on such and such, or whatever it is, right? In the end, I just try to give you guys a free resource, and I hope you guys understand that, you know. Yeah, appreciate that, Mitch. Hey, nice TNB. Did LIZI really? I was watching it. Look at NSCO. It's still looking solid. John, it's 100% your fault. I know. Caitlin, it's obviously my fault, team. You know. Hey, what's up, Warrior Trading Peoples? Good afternoon. Welcome to my show now. Today we are green in penny stocks, losing in futures. Make fun of me as much as you can in futures. I'm down today. Everybody make fun of me right now. Do it now. You know, I'm down $72.50 today. We're going to wait. Honestly, you know what we're going to do today? Look at LIZI. Hey, there's the crossover. You were right, T&B. That thing is ripping up. Watch it over 450. There's the rip over 450. Next level is 470s, 475s, and 480s. Let's watch that 10-cent range right here. See what happens for LIZI. That one is ripping up solid. Hey, Cannabis is too. Cannabis is ripping up big this morning as well. For LIZI, we got SNDL and Cannabis. We got APHA. We got... I'm sure ACB is making some moves. Watch LIZI, guys. LIZI, huge rips. Let's see if this one pulls a red to green move. It's our fault you're losing. Yeah, we're all losers at times. Yes, sir. Hey, hey, hey. What's up, Illard? What's up, bro? Hey, I appreciate it, Platinum. Thank you, brother. SNDL pop. Yeah, I'm watching SNDL. It's Cannabis, so we're watching it. Hey. About to drop a mixtape, you know, with these beats. Look at ARLO. ARLO, man. LIZI took a big drop. Look at ARLO. It might be breaking highs here. We'll see what's up. It's starting to. We're at 580s, 590s for ARLO here. We got NSCO as well. NSCO is making some rips. Yeah, LIZI just turned the other way quickly. Hey, thank you, Pedro. I appreciate that, brother. UN is voting on scheduling for buds. Hey. When John is down. Honestly, I'm actually green. I mean, listen, futures, yeah, I'm down $70. That's very small for me in futures. I make hundreds of dollars a day there. I know you're just responding to me telling you to talk smack to me, but I'm going to explain myself here. I'm actually profitable in penny stocks. If you guys have watched me trade, that's really what I'm judging today. If I lose in futures, I lose in futures. I mean, you know, but really what I'm judging and testing and trading the most is penny stocks here. And I'm up today. No losses today. I've had 2 green trades. No, the real reason I banned them is because it said, like I said, I watch people and I see people, and I judge what their sentiment is on the room, right? And like with Nola, like I said, he's from Louisiana. Like I'm from Louisiana. Like, you know, he used to be super supportive. Somewhere along the line, he just changed. Really what happened is like even before, like yesterday or the day before, I was like, yeah, guys, I called this one out. He's like, yeah, but you didn't even take it. So why are you saying it? Like, he's just being super negative, right? And like I said, somewhere along the lines, my man probably just lost some money. And it's really easy to blame me or YouTube or whomever, right? Instead of being like, I lost money because I take a bunch of dumb trades, you know? It's much easier to blame everything else. And I think that it's an important lesson in trading. And I'm not trying to harp on this, but I think it's an important lesson in trading, guys, where in the end, you got to be accountable for your own trading. You're going to lose. If you are losing, my suggestion to you is to scale down your size. Scale down your size. That's going to help curb your emotions to a certain extent. It's going to help you see clear. So you're going to make better decisions if you scale down in size. If you're getting really emotional about your losses, scale down your size. That's the best advice I can really give anybody. I will say, the market is super choppy and sideways here. SPY. Here's the SPY itself. And this is just not favorable for me to trade. Dog, it's your fault I made that money. Hey, I know. You know how I do it. Yeah, well, I'm good. Yeah. Oh, man. Mitch, I thought they were doing it today, brother. Mitch, I thought they were doing it today, brother. They're not doing it today, man. Good advice. The market is not a get rich quick. 100%. Sideways today. Yeah, look at the sideways action in the SPY. So y'all be careful in futures. Yeah, I got you, Ahmad. I got you, brother. I got you, man. Preston says, hey, and let's touch on this real quick, guys. Let's touch on this. Preston says, I'm considering giving up in day trading and going back to investing. I don't understand how great news can cause a stock to plummet. So you have to look deeper, number one, into these releases. Markets rip it up here, break it out pretty big here. We also have CLRB. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna talk to you about that in just a second, guys. CLRB rip it up here, making big moves, squeeze it up big. I'm gonna look at maybe getting it back into my futures trading. What I was going to say is that you never really know how a catalyst is going to affect a stock. It might affect it in a good way. It might affect it in a bad way. You never really know, and this is why you should not trade just basic news releases. It's not what you should do, because it's going to be just basically a coin flip. Even if it has a great catalyst, it's basically going to be a coin flip. Now, that doesn't mean you can't trade the news releases, but you have to trade strategies behind it. You know, all right, I just scalped a little bit of this market ripping up here. You can see I'm only down $35 on the day. I'm sure we'll end green. The market is ripping up here. The SPY itself is ripping up here. Here's the SPY breaking highs, looking very, very strong. Finally, as I talked about it being so sideways, we finally got a breakout over that. All right, but no, to go back to what I was saying before, listen, day trading takes years. You need to condition yourself and you need to build a system that works. It's not as simple as just buying good news and shorting bad news, or it's not that simple. Day trading is not going to work that way. You can't just buy good news and short bad news. That's never going to work. What you have to do, you can use catalysts as a condition, and only a condition, for your long strategies. But you can't just trade the news release alone. And so what you want to do is you want to build a system, and you want to test the system and back test it, make sure the system works, understand the ins and outs of that system, understand what your risk reward ratio is going to be like. Does it have a good risk reward ratio? What's the average risk reward you're shooting for? If you have 10 cents of risk, where do you normally set your risk level? What your average share side per risk is? All that good stuff. So if your average risk is 10 cents a trade and you don't want to lose over $100, you can take 1,000 shares or less. And if you're trading emotionally and it's getting you upset, again, scale down your size and trade small first. But like, that's what you have to do to build a profitable system. It's never just going to be buying good news and shorting bad news. It's never going to work that way. It's more detailed than that. You have to be more in depth than that, and you have to understand. You have to build a system and then stick to very rigid rules in that system. Because if you don't, if you just kind of buy it because it looks good, or you buy it because it's got good news, it's never going to work. It's just going to end up backfiring on you and causing just negative emotions. I just scalped another slight trade. You can see I'm only down $10 in the futures market. All right, we got one more trade in here. I'm in with one contract in the futures market. Let's see if we can get green on the day. We're down. We're watching the SPY, see if it holds there. Under 30s, we're out. 35s. 35s. Now we're about break even. Let's see if we get the market to rip. There's 37s, 38s. Come on. Give it to us. All right, there's 38s. Let's get 40s. We want 33, 67, 50. All right, there we go. There's a new candle opening up. 30s. All right, look at Cannabis, guys. Look at Cannabis. Look at SNDL. Look at APHA. I'm watching this one. I'm sorry. I'm trying to trade the SPY itself here, or the E-mini. And I'm watching it, but I'm also watching Cannabis, guys. Look at Cannabis move here. Come on. 37s. Let's get 38s. $35, $36, $37, $38. Alright, I'm probably going to get out of this soon if it doesn't end up breaking. This is taking too long. I don't like holding shorts or holding any position this long at all. And it's taking too long. There's 36s again. $35s, $36, $37s, $38s. 30. Let's get 39s in there. Come on, man. This thing is struggling. We're waiting to see if the market breaks highs here. The longer it sits here, the more I think it's not going to. So we're going to have our hand over the cover button. Look at ARTW, NSCO, guys. NSCO and ARTW making rips. All right, we'll come back to this trade in the futures market. This is taking too long. Look at NSCW, guys. NSCW ripping up here. Yeah, I'm going to get out there. So I got out. Took a $37 loss, but that's fine. Look at NSCO. It just took too long, to be honest. And I don't mind jumping back in it if we get something, but that one just took too long. Here for the VWAP bounce. Yeah, I got you, Mitch. Yeah, beautiful, man. Like I said, you and I are a little bit different. I just don't like, it's just too low volume for me, brother. But I know you get into those longer term day trades, and so I know those work well for you. And so whatever works for you, brother, I'm for it, man. It was a good call, though. This thing is pushed up solid, and hey, it's still ripping, getting volume now. And so you called it before the push. So nice work, brother. Yeah, LIZI, we're watching that. Hey, what's up, bitch? I'm just not seeing your comments. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. Catalyst is just another indicator, 100%. No different than anything else. And if you just rely solely on that, then you're just going to end up losing. NNDM showing up on the scans, guys. NNDM breaking highs, looking strong. Easy to hate John because he does this for free. Yeah, I could do, like I said, I could, just like you said, man. If I wanted to, I could charge people for what I do. But I just don't want to because I don't want that standard to live up to, but I also just want to be a free resource. Like, that's what we're about. Like, that's the channel's thing. Is like, we're just the free day trading channel. Hey, it happens, Cody. Hey, nice, Tiny. Alright, market's pulling back again now. We did squeeze up a little bit against me, though. Watching NNDM, like, and I don't hate it, per se. It just depends on what we get here, but I don't hate NNDM. I'm in one trade of futures. Trying to give it time here, but not really loving it per se. We're going to see what we get with it, but a little bit slow in the market itself. Yeah, I think I probably got to get out there. Let me see if it'll let me out. All right, so yeah, we got out there. $120 down in futures, but that's pretty small. Market's just not giving us too much green action today, unfortunately. We'll have some other stuff to trade. I'm sure we'll get into some more stuff. But that's pretty small relative to all my losses and everything, you know. Oh, the music is there. Alright, I'm in another trade in futures here, and we're going to try to get out for a $50 win if we can. Yeah, we're just going to bail out of that. Alright, so we made some money here. We're only down like 85 bucks on the day. We'll see if we can get something else. Alright, NNDM's actually looking really, really solid here. I gotta like the jazz here. I gotta like the saxophone. You guys know. Alright, we're scalping the market again here, guys. Scalping the market again. See if we get out this last bit. Come on. Alright, we're out. Alright, so hey, we got basically completely green. We're only down 10 bucks. We caught the breakout on the SPY here. Scalping in SNDL as well. It's a small trade right now, but we're up slightly in it. We're catching the Cannabis sweep. See if we can maybe add to this in, there's 81s. Nice, 82s. This thing is just so extended, I'm going to get out and maybe regroup on a different cannabis stock. So we're out of that. Small little win on SNDL. Looking at the SPY itself again, see if we actually start pushing up to test these highs up here. We're watching it. Watching the SPY, see if we get a pullback. Maybe I sold SNDL too soon. Let me know how you feel about that one. Yeah, thanks, Stocks. Appreciate that, brother. Yeah, SNDL pulling back, so I guess I got out of it at the right time. I guess that was fine. What else we got? Alright, so here goes SNDL pulling back. Let's see what the other cannabis stocks are doing. We got CLRB showing up here. CLRB still pushing up some. We got EXPR. I know Mitch called that one out a few weeks ago. Alright, so I'm scalping the SPY again. I just got out of one contract here. We're holding one more contract, seeing if we can rip up and break this highs at 367.60 here. If we start to drop, I'm just going to get out. We're up about $40 on this current one. Trying to see if we get a little bit more from it. Let's see if it holds. 53s, 54s. 55s, 56s, there we go. Let's get 57s, 57s. You know, we're going to get out there. So we just caught that for that $50 win. So we caught the push. We are up $40 on the day. You can see my P&L right here at the bottom. We are up 40 bucks on the day. I will take that in the futures market. Alright, watching APHA now. See if we can catch a little bit from APHA. Alright, we're scalping the market again. See if we can get out here. Come on. Alright, so we got out of there. So we are up 80. We are up 77.50 on the day. So caught the market scalp very quickly. But we, like I said, we have thus rebounded on the day. Feels good, man. Feels good. Not the most accurate day for sure in futures and penny stocks, but hey, penny stocks no losses yet. Up a little bit over $30 today in pennies. Hey John, would you say trading is gambling? That depends on your definition of gambling. If your definition of gambling is risking money, of course it is. If your definition of gambling is trading or risking money with unfavorable odds, then it's not. It just depends on what your definition of gambling is. It's certainly risking money without potentially knowing what's going to happen. But at the same time, if there's favorable probabilities, it's just the same thing as, investing. It's the same thing as, whatever else you want to call it. It just depends on what your definition of gambling is. CTIB? Yeah, I got you, brother. CTIB is very low volume for me. It's just too low a volume. Like, the thing you want to understand about technical analysis and trading levels is that what's the most important is that you have liquidity and volume if you're trading technical trading, right? If you're trading I guess I should say if you're trading momentum, the most important thing for me is volume, because volume is what fulfills patterns, and if there's no volume, there's not that much to fulfill. Now, I know Mitch kills it with lower volume trades, but Mitch is doing it a little bit different. It's more trend trading with Mitch, and it's more trading the story with broader, longer term day trades. And when you do it like that, it works with some of these lower volume stocks. But if you're trading momentum like me, you need volume, and you need volume to fulfill the patterns. And if you don't have volume, it's going to be very hard for the patterns to be fulfilled, because it's like this. If you think a stock is going to bounce at a confirmed level of $2, you need buyers to step in at $2. If buyers don't step in at $2, the stock is not going to bounce. It's just going to fall right through it. And so technical analysis is self-fulfilling. You have to look at the levels on a chart and say, where are the most buyers going to jump in at? And you need to buy it at that spot. That's what technical analysis trading is. And if you think about it in that regard, that's why it works. Yeah, I'm watching LIZI. I'm watching a few of this stuff. CLRB's looking strong. SXTC looking good. We got like Cannabis with like SNDL and like all that stuff looking solid here. SNDL pulling back to some confirmed levels. We'll watch that. Hey, I appreciate the sub, John. Welcome, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, like I said, if you guys want to check out Top Step, the funded account program, like this program I'm using for futures is like really dope. What it does is it allows you to try to get funded as a professional futures trader. And so basically, like the way it works, you can see I'm up 77.50 on the day. But the way it works is it's a subscription-based funded account program that's regulated in the U.S. and legit. Thank you for the sub, Tom, John, Nicholas, Will. Appreciate the love. But yeah, it's regulated in the U.S. and basically so the base package is $120. With that base package, they're gonna give you $30K in demo funds. And if you can make their profit target, their requirement, the base package requirement is $2,000 in profit. If you can make $2,000 in profit with that $30,000 demo account while following the rest of their rules and passing phase 2, then they fund you $30,000 as a professional proprietary futures trader with an 80% profit split. So you make $1,000, you get to keep 800 of that, but you also get to keep 100% of your first withdrawal up to, I think, $5,000. Like I said, they pay out on average to their traders every month. I think it's like $130K or something like that. They've paid out almost $2 million this year to their payouts for their traders, their profitable funded traders. And so it's regulated in the US, it's legitimate. And again, I think it's a great way if you might not have that much capital, but you want to try to get funded and you want to kind of take a run at day trading and futures. I think that's the right way to do it. And I think a lot of people will find this really convenient because not everybody has $30,000 sitting around to day trade with. And I think because of that, these funded account programs, especially like the base one, is $120 a month. Very cheap relative to a lot of these other platforms. And so here's the link if you want to check that thing out. I mean, it depends on what you're trading, friends. How much does a man need to start day trading to make a decent profit? It depends on what you're trading. If you're trading penny stocks, you might need like $1,000, you know. If you're trading options, it depends on the niche of options trading. You probably need anywhere between, I don't know. Options can be very broad ranging. It can be, you can need $500 if you're trading kind of cheap, low price, terrible options, or you can need 50,000 plus if you're trading big, expensive options on like Amazon or stuff like that. If you want to day trade mid and high caps, you're going to need at least, like my guess is like at least 40,000. But it just depends on your niche. If you're trading penny stocks, like I said, you might need $1,000 or so, $1 to $2 grand, I think, in penny stocks. I like these guitar songs, man. They're super dope. All right, we're going to look for a dip pullback buy here. Maybe we'll try the micro E-mini now. We're going to jump in with 2 contracts of the micro here. Just 2. We're going to try to scale in on any further pullbacks down to that 367.65 confirmed level. What is it? That's 367.64. Yeah, we're going to add to this bad boy as it drops down to that. All right, so we're in 4 contracts now on the E-mini. Or the micro E-mini, I should say. We're in 4 contracts. We're going to see if we get a push back up to test these highs with the micro here. We're going to take profits as soon as we have a reasonable profit to take in this futures contract trade. And we're going to see what we get. Alright, so we're right at our level. We're going to let it try to bounce here. Under 60s, we got to get out, so we're going to get prepared to exit pretty soon here. Small trade. I mean, it's the micro. Alright, we're trying to let the trade play out, but we're kind of consolidating and chopping back and forth, so we're going to give it some time. There we go, it's a little bit better. We got a pullback in the SPY here. We're trying to give it some time, though. I like the pullback. I think it was a nice, you know, obvious pullback to a certain level, and so we're going to try to let this work. Look at LIZI, guys. LIZI, if you're still watching penny stocks, look at LIZI. That thing is ripping up. It might break 450s, and we'll watch it over 450s here. Yeah, we're going to get out there. So we got out. Small loss. Still green on the day, but took a loss on the micro, unfortunately. Look at, like I said, though, look at LIZI, guys. I called out LIZI. There it is. We're up to 460s. Breaking the previous highs of the day here. LIZI is breaking these highs late in the day. Look at LIZI, guys. Big moves. Big rips here. Be careful, but look at this thing go. Over 475s. Huge squeeze here. We'll watch it over the high of the day at 480s. Yeah, that's 100% true, Tiny, for sure. Yeah, 500 for a newbie is just crazy. It's going to be so emotionally draining if you try to trade with that, because everything's just going to be huge swings, man. You know, like one trade, one loss is going to be like 30% of your account, you know. All right, there's the break of the highs on LIZI. We're still ripping up nice here. Big moves for LIZI, breaking highs. We'll watch it at this high of 520. We're making some big rips right now. Look at LIZI pushing up big here. All right, here's a pullback to 470s. Look at APHA as well, guys. APHA might be looking strong here. I was watching LIZI here, but it just didn't hold, unfortunately. EVK might be trying to reverse with LIZI. Let's watch. 470 is a big level here. Like this level right here at 470, a big level, for sure. Still watching like APHA up there. We'll see if APHA gives us any solid moves. See if we break highs. Look at EVK is starting to kind of try to do the same thing as LIZI. Yeah, maybe not the same thing, but it's trying to fight his way back, is basically what I'm saying. Still kind of looking at SNDL. LIZI never held, so LIZI is pulling back again. LIZI's pulling back to 450s. I think that's the next step. See if it holds at 450s or not. We're at 459s now, 460s. We'll see if it holds there, or like what happens. Alright, we're scalping some of the SPY. Oh, beautiful breakout. You gotta love it. Oh, feels good. Feels good, man. So yeah, like you guys can see now, that was we're up $225 on the on the regular E-mini, down 42 bucks on the micro. So we are up like what, 175 bucks. I will take it. Or 180 bucks or something like that. I'll take it. Solid day. Terrible accuracy today. I'm only running at 57% in futures. Not the greatest, but hey, we got our rhythm here, and that's the big thing. Like, here's my just to show you guys this. We got our rhythm. We caught it, you know. This is kind of how we've been struggling a little bit today, but we made it. This is kind of our day right now. But hey, we'll take it. I actually don't think that last trade is included on there, but hey, we're green. And just to show you, this is the rip I caught in the SPY. If you guys want to know how I made that money so quickly in futures, I just traded this rip. Like, I just traded this rip right here. And we caught it. So a nice little rip. We're gonna pull back. Maybe I'll consider that. EVK is pushing up to 550s. So the micro is the micro E-mini, so it's noticeably smaller. For the regular E-mini, every tick up or down is $12.50 in profit or losses per contract. So if I'm holding 2 contracts, for instance, every tick up or down is $25 in profit or losses on the regular E-mini. The micro E-mini is just how the name expresses. The micro E-mini is $1.25 every tick up or down per contract. And so if I'm holding 2 contracts of the micro, it's only $2.50. Every tick up or down is only $2.50, which is why I buy much more. I can buy like 4 or 5 and take smaller losses. The micro is really good for like scaling into positions. So it's like you could buy a smaller position and scale into it a little bit easier without these huge swings, to where if you try to scale into the regular E-mini, you know, 2 or 3 contracts for the regular E-mini, that's going to be huge swings. That's going to be like $500+ swings. And I don't want that. I just want, you know, I buy 1 contract of the regular E-mini and make $200 like that. So 3 contracts is just too big of swings. Hey, green's good, friends. No, I don't think so. Cal, not, when future goes wrong against you, you can lose big. Yeah, for sure. Which is why you have to use the micro sometimes, because again, you can take some huge swings in futures, and that's where the micro E-mini comes into play, because you can scale in smaller, you don't have to trade huge, and you can slowly grind with the micro, which is why it's better sometimes. Is it too late to buy EVK? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if EVK is going to hold. I don't like telling anybody to buy any of these low float pennies, because most of the time they're just terrible companies that are getting pumped up by insiders. It's dropping down. We'll see. LIZI, on the other hand, though. Look at LIZI. This thing's still ripping. It's at 470s now for LIZI. So LIZI might be breaking highs here. I told you that 470 level was big. There's the 470 level break. There's 495s for LIZI. Push it up. Let's watch it at 520s. But LIZI's got a huge range, guys. Everybody in the market is watching it right now. LIZI is making huge pushes and huge rips. Yeah, so LIZI breaking over $5. There's 510s, 505s, 507s. For me, it's too extended right here. Now, I don't hate the pullback to $5, and I think it'll probably hold. You know, maybe not. I also don't mind the pullback to $4.90. With all that said, though, I don't mind these little pullbacks if I was going to trade it. I don't hate these. Anticipating a potential test of $5.20. I don't hate these little mini pullbacks. Again, anticipating a test of $5.20. We break pre-market highs late in the morning like this. It's usually going to be pretty strong. But you never know, and these things could just go the very opposite of what I usually trade. Alright, so like I said, let's watch 490, see if it holds there, see if it pushes up to break pre-market highs. Alright, so we didn't hold at 490s, and like I said, you never really know with these penny plays. They could do anything, to be honest. Alright, I am in the regular E-mini here. Let's see if I can scalp out of this. Trying to scalp out. There we go. Alright, so I'm out. So I scalped another $25. On the E-mini itself, we are up $250 on the day. Up over $200 total. And we'll see what else we get. I don't mind buying this in anticipation of a break of these highs. So I'm back in it. I gotta be careful here. I think I might be chasing this one a little bit. Alright, let's see if we move up. There's 90s. We break even. Alright, there's 90s, 91s. Let's see if we get a 367 test. Alright, so we're in another contract here. There's 1250s. There we go. Let's see if we can scalp this out. You know what? I am going to just scalp out of that. Alright, so we're up 262 on the day. Kind of scalping this momentum. I just market it out there. I wanted to get filled ASAP. And yeah, that's why I wanted to get filled there. We got a huge rejection at that high, so that's why I had to mark it out there. But yeah, we are up solid on the day. There's the P&L, as always. LIZI still pushing up. Let's see if it holds now. Hey, see ya, Caitlin. What's my daily goal? Don't lose. I'm just messing with you. My daily goal is probably, like in futures, it's like 250. Reasonably about 250. My loss on the day, like if I'm down like 150 bucks in futures, then I'm probably gonna hang it up. In penny stocks, my daily goal, I'm still kind of in the testing phase of penny stocks, but in penny stocks, my daily goal is probably like 20, 30, 40 bucks, something small. Hey, nice RFAT. Hey, congrats, bro. Yeah, LIZI, I'll tell you guys this. One of my favorite things is these late morning pushes, right? Like if you have stocks that are red on the day, like red to green moves can be very powerful. But what's more powerful in my opinion is late morning red to green moves. So like these U-shaped patterns that happen late morning. Those are my favorite. You can see the U here. You can see the U-shaped pattern. Late morning, late day U-shaped red to green moves are notoriously strong. We'll see what happens. But, hey, nice. SNDL or CGC for long term. Anyone in positions or opinions? I think, so I think both of those are cannabis, obviously. They're both cannabis stocks. I think if you're, as I'm talking, LIZI, rip it up, breaking highs. Let's see if it tests that pre-market high at 520. I think that's the biggest level. We'll see if it breaks. Now, what I was saying is that both of those are cannabis stocks. There's two risks, or there's pros and cons to each. CGC is a more well-known and established company. So CGC is more of a real established company. A lot of historical data on CGC. You can look at it, analyze the numbers really well, and it's just it's a more established company. So I would say there's less risk with CGC, but I don't know for sure. I think the cannabis stocks, it's going to be a little bit of a coin flip either way, which ones are going to succeed. And SNDL is obviously a less established company. It's under $1 right now. It's less established, but it has more potential upside, and there's a larger, you're going to have more potential gains on the upside with more risk, though, which is always the case. If it has more risk, if it has better gains, more potential for upside, it's got more potential for downside as well. And so, safer bet would be CGC. More potential is SNDL. Now, I think the broader thing you want to think about with these stocks is, I think the broader thing you want to think about is when's cannabis going to be legalized and how that's going to influence the stock market. If you think Biden and Harris are going to legalize it, which I don't think they will, then, you could potentially invest in it. Again, I think Biden and Harris have been historically, anti-cannabis legalization. I know they said it. I know Biden said it right before, the election that he wanted to legalize cannabis. But even him saying that, I'm not super confident, because I think he was just saying that because he wants to get elected. And I hope he does. But with all that said, I don't think he's actually going to legalize it. I know Harris was pretty strict as, and people got thrown in jail for cannabis under her watch too. And so, do I think they're going to be super pro-cannabis? No. And I think that, unfortunately, that's what it is. I think they've been very slow to speak on that as a whole. They haven't spoken on it much because I think they know what they want to do. And I know that they get some money from these big companies, these big pharmaceutical companies. They get a lot of PAC money. And so, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm not super optimistic on cannabis reform in the country right now. Even with Biden getting elected, I think Biden is a dinosaur in that regard. I think he has that kind of boomer mentality where they get fed that propaganda from, a lot of stuff saying it's a gateway drug, which I talked about earlier, and they, it's just in the end they get too much supportive money from the people that don't want it legalized is the reality. And so basically, hey, thank you, RFAT. I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, man. I mean, you don't have to praise me, bro. Like I said, we're all good, man. Like I obviously make money from this channel, which is why I was talking to Nola, and which was why it got so frustrating. Because it's like, look, I obviously am going to make money from this channel. Anybody on YouTube is doing so mostly to make money. And sure, they might like helping people too, but like, come on now. Like, if you got a YouTube channel, you're doing it to bring in, the bag. You're doing it to bring in some money. And like, that should be pretty understandable. It should be self-evident. But like I said, I had to ban Nola earlier because he just got super weird with me. And it wasn't the first time. It's been a number of things that he is just... It's kind of those people that they kind of sit back and they're just so desperate to criticize that, like, they're just looking and they're just desperate to critique anything you say. And, like, unfortunately, for some reason, Nola turned into that. And, like, he's a longtime member, but he had to go. It's just too much. If you're just sitting back waiting to criticize, you got to be a pretty insecure dude. Just insecure for whatever reason. Maybe he lost money in the market. You know what I mean? Maybe he's jealous of me for whatever reason, which is usually the case. It's usually just insecurity is where haters come from. And that's why, you know, if you're doing something and haters start springing up, you're doing something right. But I love this channel. I really do. And I'm really happy that I have this channel and that, you know, we have all the supportive people here and we have this community. And you guys know me. We're just a free resource for traders. Ooh, LIZI dropped huge here. Big drop. Crucial drop. Ooh, huge drop with LIZI. And this is where you got to be careful with some of these moves, man. Ooh, scary, scary, scary. Yeah, hey, thank you, Chess. What a candle. Yeah, you see that, George, man. That's crazy, brother. That's crazy, man. Look at this. LIZI, huge drop. I wonder if EVK is affected by it, and that'll tell you the... No. Okay. But yeah. Whew. Sketchy, sketchy. That's a weird move, too, man. You don't see those that much. You don't see moves like that much, is what I mean. Bring him back one here so we can grill him live? No. Nah, he's probably not from my hometown. I'm not from New Orleans. Yeah, I'm not from New Orleans. I'm from Baton Rouge. So, you know, it's not even my hometown, you know. And like I said, my man Austin in here is my hometown homie. Austin has met my cousin before. Went to school with my cousin and stuff. So, but yeah, man, listen. Jealousy, envy, insecurity, those are powerful things, man. Those are powerful things. It doesn't matter how nice you are to somebody. You know, once they get weirdness in their head, they're going to keep being weird. You know what I mean? And it sucks, you know. It's just how people are, though. People say they want you to do good. Reality is most people genuinely don't. Because most people are competing with you to see who has a better life. And so if they think you're having a better life, they're going to hate on it. And that's just human nature, I guess, to a certain extent. And then you got most of the people here are actually very supportive, though. And, like, most of the people here are genuinely supportive of the channel and they respect what I do here because it's just, you got so much nonsense in the trading space. Yeah, you know how it is, Trader T. But yeah, most of the people here are super supportive and, you know, because they understand, like, I could be charging people for this 100%. Like, I could charge people for what I do. I don't want to because, and part of that is for my own selfish reasons. Like, I don't want that standard to live up to. Like, I want to be able to lose every day a week and nobody can tell me anything for it because I'm not selling anything. You know, I'm not selling a course. And so if I lose every day, you can't be critical on me because it's all free anyway. I'm just teaching people what works for me. It might not work for you, though. And that's part of the reason I don't sell anything. The other part is because I also just think the channel's going to grow faster giving it away for free. And I think the YouTube channel as a whole has changed the trading landscape to a certain extent. Because we've been streaming for years and now everybody wants to stream for free. And now everybody's giving it back to the trading community. And so in a way, I'd like to think that we helped change the trading landscape to more of a free content based. But maybe I'm just fluffing myself up. That's plausible too. Yeah, for sure. I'm still watching, Lizzie. I mean, I couldn't imagine trading this thing now. We still got CLVS. We're watching that. CLVS is still pretty strong. And again, U-shaped breakout pattern. One of my favorite patterns of all of stock trading is just the U-shaped red to green move. Very powerful move. I appreciate it, Austin. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's how most of it is, Tribreed, you know. I'm about to hit everybody with a, you know what I realized? I can hit everybody with an ad real quick. Don't judge me, but I'm hitting everybody with an ad. support the channel, you know. Am I using a green screen? No. I am, if I'm using am I using a green screen? No. My back, this room is just a whole chart. I've got like a 3D chart in my room, and it's sitting behind me. And so, you know, I created my room to look exactly like TD Ameritrade's Thinkorswim background. It's not a green screen, you know. It's TD Ameritrade. I designed my room to look exactly like a stock trading platform. And so here I am. You know? No, of course. Yeah, it's a green screen. If you couldn't sense the sarcasm, yeah, it's a green screen. I'm just messing with you. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just joking with you. Yeah, but yeah, it's a green screen. Look at CLVS though. Rip it up. It's at 520s. Yeah, you know, try. I'm living inside Thinkorswim, man. You know. You know, I'm just chilling right now in Thinkorswim and Benzinga. You know. I'm gonna move over to Benzinga real quick. You know, boom. I'm in Benzinga now. You know. Yeah. Yeah, the heart of Thinkorswim, that's me. You know, that's me. In the heart of Thinkorswim, you know. You know. Yeah, hit that like button, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Everybody's doing it. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. You know you want to. Everybody's doing it. Here's CEMI. Yeah, CEMI is ripping up nice. I'm using OBS. Hey, did y'all get an ad when I inserted that ad? Let me know if y'all got an ad, because I hit add insert and I'm trying to see what that really is all about. So let me know if you actually got an ad when I did it. Alright, cool. Yeah, I have premium. Okay, cool. Hey, some of y'all got an ad, some of y'all didn't. Okay. Yeah, I live in the NASDAQ, Rob Roy, you know. I'm inside Thinkorswim right now. Yeah, I have YouTube Red as well. I got a nice live video of a guy named John. Hey, what's up, Preston? My name is John. Welcome, bro. I was on another screen, so I didn't see an ad. That's cool. I'm thinking about jumping in the micro here with a few contracts on the micro. Let's try. Jump in 2 real quick. In the little babe in micro. See, look, every tick up or down is 250 in profit or losses, so I'm down like 5 ticks right now. We're gonna get out under 367.50s here. Try to keep this one a little bit longer term, I guess. Look, here's the E-mini crude oil. I didn't even know there was one. I gotta get out of here. Yeah, we're out. So I got out of that. Still small. Still up 200 bucks on the day. I'm looking at the E-mini crude oil here. Let's see what that... Yeah, look. Glad I got out of there. QMF1. E-mini crude. Let's take a look at this. Dull. What else we got? What about the E-mini Russell 2000 RTYZ0? Trying to see if anything's like volatile like the regular E-minis. I mean, look at the Russell 2000, man. I wonder how much each tick up or down in the Russell is. Anybody know? There's the high break here. I mean, I kind of... Riot, R-I-O-T. It's Bitcoin. If Riot's moving up, Bitcoin is probably moving up. Yeah, let's take a look at Bitcoin. That's an interesting trade. Yeah, Bitcoin is ripping up here. So Bitcoin actually broke highs of the day and is ripping up, and Riot and all these other ones are going with it. So yeah, look at Riot, look at Bitcoin, look at MARA. I'm probably about to hang it up. Alright guys, yeah, I'm probably about to hang it up, guys. So like I said, if you want to check out Top Step, it is super dope. The way it works is it's a subscription-based funded account program. I'll pin it to the top of the page if you want to check it out. It's subscription-based. The base one is 120 bucks, and it's the 30K funded account program. And so they'll give you a 30K demo, and if you can make 2K in profit while following the rest of their rules and pass phase 2, then you get funded $30,000 as a professional proprietary futures trader with an 80% profit split. They also have other packages from 50K up to over 100K, and they're all very cheap. You can get 20% off going through my link, and they're legit. And so they have funded over 3,000 funded accounts this year in 2020, over 3,000. They pay out to their profitable traders almost around $134,000 a month, and they paid out around $2 million this year to their funded traders. I think it's really legit, and if you've never traded futures before, you're essentially trading different commodities. Like, I've just been trading the SPY today. And so it's very similar to just regular day trading. I can mark it in, get in on the bid, sell on the bid, sell on the ask. The only difference is the sizing. They go by contracts and ticks. And so if I buy one contract of the E-mini, every tick up or down is $12.50 in profit or losses. And if I have two contracts, every tick up or down is $25 in profit or losses. And that's really one of the only differences, except in futures, there's no PDT rule. You can day trade almost 24/7. And on the platform I'm using, there's no commissions. And so if you want to check that bad boy out, here's the link to help support your boy here. You can also, if you're overseas and you want an actual stock trading funded account program, you can use TradeNet or TEFs. They're educational packages, but almost everybody that signs up is approved for the funded account program. It gives you $14,000 in buying power with no PDT rule, 70-30 profit split. And so if you make $1,000, you get to keep 700 of that. And there's no PDT rule on there as well. Again, only for people overseas. Outside of the US, if you're in Canada or Mexico or Europe, you can use them. But if you're in the US like me, unfortunately, you can't. There's the link for TEFs or TradeNet. The max contract size is, it varies depending on the account. For Top Step, The base one, I think the max contract size is 3, which is plenty. I don't trade over 1, and I have the 50K account. On the second one up, which is the one I have, it's 5, so I can't buy over 5 contracts. But again, I don't really need to. That's way too much for me to trade. I'm never gonna buy that many contracts. I need 1 or 2 max total, because 3 or 4 contracts will have $500,000 swings, and it's just too much risk. But yeah, with all that said, guys, I'm gonna hit you with another ad to get my money up. Here's the ad. Good luck. Love you all. Have a good day, team, and we'll see you all later.